Hello. Good evening and hello. How are you doing today? Hello. How is your day going for you today? Hey. I decided to come outside in the rain. So if you hear the rain, I'm outside in the rain today. I wanted to be outside. At least I think I'm going to be outside in the rain. Hello. I'm outside in the rain. I'm going to get started. So, good evening and welcome to another episode of Mo Better Living, our Wednesday chat. I am Monique and I'm so grateful that you're taking a few moments to spend with me today. Tonight, I want to I want to ask a simple question. What's in your hands? Not what you wish you had, but I think I'm going to have to go in the house because it's raining. I like being outside, but it's raining. So, let's walk back in the house. Okay, so not what you wish you had, not what somebody else has, but literally what you have. Telling a dog to be quiet. So, with that being said, I have to go back to my notes. I'm sorry. So, not what you hope you will have one day, but what has God already placed in your hands? And sometimes we spend so much time looking for what we don't have. We overlook what God has already entrusted in us. And if we listen to Paul in Colossians chapter 3 verses 23 through 24, it says, and whatsoever you do it wholeheartedly as to the Lord, and do unto men and not unto men, knowing that the Lord your God receives the reward of an inheritance for your service to the Lord Christ. Notice that Paul didn't say whatever your gift is. He says whatever you do. Whatever you're raising your children, whenever you're raising your children and preparing a meal, or you driving that truck, if you're the truck driver, you working in the office, you're teaching a Bible class, you're taking care of an aging parent or a spouse, you're volunteering, or something simply as encouraging someone who's struggling. But he's asking each one of us to be faithful. And that faithful is what we already have. And so I thought about this today as some of the children have already, here in Alabama, have already started school. Some started, I think, yesterday. I know my daughter starts tomorrow. So I want her to use what she already has. Not what, I hope, I'll get straight A's if I do this, or no. Use what you already have. God has already equipped you to achieve the goal, but make sure that whatever you do, you're doing it unto God. So, and so sometimes we underestimate the ordinary acts of obedience because they don't seem impressive. So, like I told her, you already are equipped. You don't have to do anything special. You're already equipped. He's already equipped you. And so throughout scripture, God repeatedly uses ordinary people and to minister to us about how faithful God is. And we're reminded of that in 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10. As every man have received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of manifold grace of God. Notice that Peter says every man have received a gift. So we all have a gift. It may not be somebody else's gift. So every Christian has been entrusted with something. The question isn't whether you have something, because we already have established you have it. The question is whether you're using it to serve others and to glorify God. So here's the challenge for this week. Stop comparing yourself to others, because that's what I was working on my daughter. Like, as we getting this school semester going, let's don't compare ourselves to others. And instead ask yourself, Lord, what have you already placed in my hands? And how can I use it to glorify you today? How can I use it to edify someone else today? So it may be your time, it may be your wisdom, it may be your resources, it may be your ability to listen, your ability to encourage, your experience, whatever it is. Don't underestimate it, because that's a gift. Faithfulness isn't measured by how much you have. It's measured by what you do with what God has already entrusted you with. So thank you so much for joining. This was going to be quick because school starts tomorrow and I got a whole bunch to do. So I wish everybody whose children are starting school tomorrow or has already started this week or in the coming weeks to have a blessed and amazing school year. I can't believe I'm counting it down. Like, I only have 2 more years. Like, my daughter is going into the 11th grade. So Lord's will. And she starts college. So she will be dual enrolled. So she'll be a junior and a freshman at the same time. So keep us in prayer as we keep you guys in prayer as well. God is faithful. And this coming week, Lord's will, I'm going to start a series called Unsung Heroes. And we're going to start with the story of Dorcas, and she's also known as Tabitha. And I want to talk about, because sometimes we overlook some people in the Bible, but God placed them there for a reason. So I want you guys to have an amazing day. And I thank you again for joining. And I look forward to chatting with you next Wednesday. But the series will start on Tuesday with the Bible lesson. So on Tuesday with the radio lesson. So, all right. Have an amazing day. Talk to you soon. Bye.